If you couldn't find anything to your liking in my 20 games under £10 video, link above, then perhaps 10 games at a lower price can tempt you. These are my pick of 10 games under £5 in the big Nintendo summer sale on the Nintendo Switch. So, in no particular order, let's dive straight in. First up, I've picked 2 games that exist in the same universe, and they are SteamWorld Dig and SteamWorld Heist. I picked SteamWorld Dig 2 on my other list, but the first game was similarly excellent. Gameplay is almost identical to the sequel, and I played this one through to the finish on the Vita back in the day. SteamWorld Heist is a different take on the characters and world. This time gameplay is more in the vein of a turn-based strategy game as you fight your way across various platform levels. Both games have a big 70% off, which makes Dig £2.69 and Heist £4.49. Next up is a bit of a unique roguelike, and that is Tumble Seed, which is down to 67%, which makes it £3.95. In this game, you have to balance a seed as it's pushed across a landscape, avoiding holes and enemies that are trying to stop you. It's a really odd game that has seen quite a few updates from feedback the developer got to make it more enjoyable. I would say this one is definitely worth picking up for the price of a coffee. Now, indie games can be so joyous in their crazy ideas, and here is a brilliant example. Now, this is Lichtspiel, which is down 60% to £3.59. The humour in Lichtspiel is brilliant with its faux Germanic accents and silly puns, and thankfully the gameplay matches the presentation, where you have to throw javelins from one side of the screen to the other to kill a stream of enemies. Rack up points for headshots and combos, and whilst it's not the deepest game around, its originality is certainly worth a place in your library. Butcher is often described as a 2D Doom, and I can see the comparison. Ultra-violent and grimy industrial locales make this tough-as-nails platform shooter a tricky game to play, and sometimes the dark atmosphere and tiny sprites make it hard to see what's going on exactly, but at just £3.59, which is a saving of 60%, I'd say it's definitely worth a look. At just 33% off, it's the smallest saving on the list, but Sega's Outrun is a classic that cannot be passed up. The high-speed racing game with a thumpingly good soundtrack is a must-own really, and at £4 and a penny, it's good enough to make this list. A game I will champion to the ends of time next, and that is the top-down twin-stick shooting roguelike Mana Spark. I've spoken about this game a lot on the channel, and if you want a game that you can lose 5 minutes or 5 hours to, then this is the one. Dungeon crawl your way through randomised levels, building up your base each time you fall in your attempts, and this one is an absolute steal at £4.49, 50% off there. Pocket Rumble was one of the Switch's first super hyped indie games, but long delays tempered expectations a bit, I feel, and whilst it's still a fun take on the Neo Geo Pocket style fighting games of the early to mid 90s, it probably fell a little bit short of initial expectations. That said, with an extensive training mode, simple 2-button gameplay, split Joy-Con and online multiplayer game modes, you can't argue that it's not good value at £4.89, which is a 30% saving. Now, as much as I hate this saying, this next game really is one of the Switch's hidden gems, and that is Riptide GP, which is half price down to £4.99. This futuristic jet ski racing game is about as close as we're going to get to a wave race on the Nintendo Switch right now, and its brilliant water physics, all round good looks, on online mode, and a quite remarkable small install size means that this really should be in your collection. My final game for this list is the quite superb Iron Cryptical. This Smash TV crossed with Gauntlet with a little bit of Ghost and Goblins sprinkled in for good measure is one of my hits of 2019, and you can see my full review at the link above. An absolute bargain at £3.74, which represents a 50% saving, and if you have any fond memories of Smash TV and the like, then you really have to own this game. So there you go, all 10 done and dusted. Please check out my 20 games under £10 list if you haven't already. And also please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment too if you're picking up any of these, or if there's a better bargain to be had, please let me know below. Okay, until next time, thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.